First of all, Alexander, thank you, brother, for joining me here in Big Memphis, man.
Listen, I just got off the plane and I'm here and I'm sitting with Doc.
Man, stop it, man. Stop. First of all, bro. First of all, tell what brings you to Memphis?
Oh, listen, we're forest buyers. I'm FUBU, been around for over 30 years, and we want to come and give back by doing an award show. So we came here to pull that off. So we're sitting with the mayors, sitting with the city officials, sitting with a couple of groups, and we're trying to figure out how to make it happen.
Now, to you, what makes Memphis so attractive? Now, I'm born and raised in Memphis, in the city of Memphis, grew up here, man, so I know, what we've done in musically, fashion-wise, athletics-wise, there's all kinds of things, but you from New York.
Yeah.
You from Hollis, Queens, where the best rap group ever, Run DMC, is from. DNA Ball and them. But you choose Memphis for your award show. Just tell me, why Memphis?
Because Memphis is a town to me, and again, there's a lot of towns to do this at, but Memphis has the kind of spirit of that music, but all types of music, and it's the birth of all types of music. And I figured, all award shows are normally in New York, or they say Atlanta, but let's bring it to Memphis. Something out of everybody's way. Let's show that Memphis is bigger than what it may even seem, because there's been a lot of negative news about Memphis, and I'm like, you know what? Let me help. Economic development. Let's help. Through the spirit, and bring the spirit back of of doing, of being. For us buyers, FUBU is we give back through the culture, and if we don't keep giving back, we won't keep going any further and succeeding.
Now, how was this whole idea, entire idea birthed when you all said I want to do an award show? Even when you're in the embryonic stages of it, want to do an award show, and hey man, how did Memphis name come up? Is it somebody you talked to, or just something you already?
Yeah, so there's two companies. Red. I'm gonna hope I don't mess up.
Run Red Wing.
Red Wing.
It's that alliteration. It gets me too. I just say, what's up, Ron?
Right. You know what? See, because New York, we'd say everything's short.
Don't
give me a long name.
Exactly. Yeah.
We fast on the go. In the beginning, we just had a couple of conversations. Hey, you do an award show. We're looking to do an award show. We talked. But then when we got here, my team got here, they found more of opportunity. And with those two, with them talking, and us talking, and they calling me back in New York saying, hey, listen, we might want to do it out here. And again, it's always been my dream to give back and to give an award, or give the award. Again, you have Source Awards, you have the Oscars, Grammys, stuff like that. But what do you have an award that your people give to you? When you think of Forest Bars, you think of FUBU, you think of us, you think of culture, you think of hip hop, you think of music, you think of business, you think of all of that. And how can we give back and give to people that haven't been able to really maybe even get an award?
Now, I have to give you your props, man. You and your childhood friends, man, starting Forest Bars, because I'm a teenager, man. I'm playing football at Memphis State, and I said, hold on, we got a clothing line now?
Right.
It's by some brothers that made it, man. So thank you for that. Just talking about the evolution of FUBU, that's what we know, and how it started, and what everything it has meant to the culture, and not only to the culture, but to the world, and where it is now.
But again, that's the spirit of why we did it. Again, we didn't have anything when we first started. We didn't have clothing that appealed to us. We didn't, and then we found something that we liked. That particular clothing company didn't want us to wear it. So we had to do what we had to do, and we had to create something that was for us. So again, we just keep that spirit going along. We just keep that going, and it migrates, or it dwarfs into all these different facets. I mean, we've had licensees from scrubs to car rims to, of course, clothing, all types of clothing, watches. Like one day, not one day, but I'm walking down the block, and I just had this is a true story. I'm walking on Manhattan, live in Manhattan in New York, and I'm walking, and I'm like, I look down at myself, I look back up, and I said, everything I have on is FUBU. Like, it was just a crazy startling thought that it started from just a hat, and now everything you had on was FUBU. So I want to bring that to everyone, that vision, that thought, that you can actually do it too. It's not that hard. Business is business is business is business, no matter what you do.
Now talk about those challenges, because you can have an idea, especially when you look like us, especially back then. Now at these times it may be a little easier, but
easier?
Yeah, well, a lot easier. But just think it back then, man, because I'm pretty sure y'all, man, we got this idea, man, we'll start a clothing line. Like, man, you crazy, man, that ain't gonna work, man.
But that's the point that people have to not look at. Forget about what somebody's saying not to. Matter of fact, that should be strength for you too. I always tell people in business, when they come up to me and they'll say, you know what, what is it means to be an entrepreneur? Well, first of all, an entrepreneur would ask me that question. That's first of all. And then it's like, oh man, you're right. Okay, let's get past that. Now, how you want to start? Just start. Like, it's not that hard. Now, if you're into the type of person where you have so many people, naysayers saying you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, or fine, take all that, write it down, find an answer to all that, and then you start. That way you answered all the questions. You did all your research, market research, to figure out that there's an actual business for what you're trying to do.
Now, FUBU, Forest by Us, that's not the only thing you've done, my guy. You branched out, man. Your umbrella, man, you got a big umbrella. There's all kinds of things coming up under. Just talk about some of the other things you've endeavored into, and the success of those.
So, for a while, we've done a lot. We had, like I said, so many licensees. We've up to the tune of $6 billion in sales. That's great, but where do you take it next? What we always looked at in our business is scaling. How do you zig when people zag? How do you control everything of your aspect of your business? So after a while, it's like, well, how do we advertise, without spending $1 zillion? How do we get it on rappers without having to give them millions of dollars? Okay, well, we create our own. And that's what Forest by Us means. That's what it's all about, creating your own. So we started a Forest by Us network, Forest by Us Films, Forest by Us Studio, Forest by Us Music Group, which is an affiliate of BMG, or collaboration with BMG. We're actually at FUBU Radio. Because we're diligently working on FUBU hotels. And the list goes on and on and on and on. I've wrote a series of books. My partner wrote a series of books. I just got a new book out, Command and Conquer, and Forest by Us, this drink of Forest by Us. So we always constantly want to give back and help, because I think economic development for us is key for us to thrive, period. And if I can go to each state, or I can go anywhere, anytime I'm somewhere, I want to make sure I instill that in everyone.
Now, when you're speaking, doing motivational speaking, or any kind of speaking, what is the message you try to convey, especially to us? Because we always like, man, that's so hard to do, man, the challenges, man, oh, how did you do it? Man, I don't know how to get started. But what is the message you try to convey to us?
Well, you know what, and this is probably a silly way to say it, but I don't even look at it motivational speaking, because sometimes I don't feel like I'm motivating anybody. I'm just telling you the real. Like the real, you read a lot of books and you see a lot of self-helps, and it's like it's regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again. So if somebody says, oh, I could be an entrepreneur, I want to be an entrepreneur, no, you can't, because you don't have the mindset. You don't have the mindset, you don't have the drive, and you don't have the patience. So you might go get a job, but there may be some people that can. But you have to know who you are. One of my books is about spending money, and I had to understand that I'm a spender. Like, once you realize who you are, then you can prosper and do what you need to do. You may be the best at working for someone. And from there, you become president of the company, CEO, chairman, because you do that well. But you have to know what you do well. And I think with social media and the drive, and because we're almost like a group. Sometimes a lot of us are a group of people of, I see that you're winning in that, I'm gonna go try to do it too. but they're not before you. So you have to understand you. Once you understand yourself, then you'll prosper.
All right, couple more questions. I'm gonna let you go, man. I can talk to you forever. So, what Memphis music is right now, man? I know New York.
God.
Tell me what do you think Memphis music is right now?
Killing it.
I ain't gotta call no names. You know what it is.
Killing it. Killing it. No, listen. And this is no play on Atlanta, but what Atlanta was years ago, and how Jermaine Dupri's and all that, this is I don't want to say they're washed up, but you better look at Memphis. You better look at Memphis, because this is it. I mean, A-Boy, Gorilla, what's his name? The
Bag,
producer.
Yo Gotti,
Yo Gotti.
We can go on and on.
Now it's funny because
Dolph. I mean, we can go on and on.
Listen. I was in LA a couple of years back, and Yo Gotti came into one of the restaurants, and I'm looking, I'm like, that's Yo Gotti. Oh wow, because you're coming from Memphis, I don't want to say it's a small town, but it is a small town. But this is a big town, because this is this is the biggest urban city.
Yeah, in Tennessee.
But nobody knows.
Yep.
And nobody knows.
Yep.
So it was just like, wow. And I'm like, do everybody know who that is? And I've always been a stickler or a fan, if I can use that word, of people just come up from I don't want to say come up from the mud per se, but just come up and just work and get it, and get it the right way, or employing others to get it the right way, to get them away from other things and achieve more. So I appreciate everything here. Like I said, I've only been in town for a couple of hours, and I'm so overwhelmed about the hospitality, how people are, how act, how people are. It's beautiful.
And lastly, talking about FUBU, the brand, clothing, whatever, where it is now, and just end on, the award show. What's the next steps with that?
Well, first of all, we're planting a flag here. FUBU will be planting a flag here. We will be here, and not just for an award show. We will be here, and we will consistently be coming back. That's one. That's my word. FUBU's next move is just not even a new move. It's this constant move of just evolving and trying to be there for everyone and helping the world. We have a destiny, and I have to achieve that destiny, or I'm not happy. And again, Damon John came up with a hat one day, and I took that hat and turned into just as well a $6 billion brand, along with my other partners, Keith Perry and Carl Brown. And we're gonna stay here. We're here to stay. And if we can come here and distill what we've learned and what we are here, and build more of those type of people, that's what we're gonna do.
My God, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.